Good morning. Welcome to day 42 of the Index Card a Day Challenge. This is day 41, and here's our stack. All right, I'm going to get started pretty quick today, but I wanted to take a second to tell you what was on my mind. I was looking for something specific, some paper that's like ledger paper. I have got ledgers, old ledgers, but I didn't want to pull a paper out of that, and I couldn't find anything. But in my search, I was looking through old envelopes and things like that from people who have sent me things over the years. And when I say over the years, I mean like years back, because when I first started my YouTube channel, after I'd been going for a while, I had a birthday celebration like in 2014 or 15, I can't remember. And all I wanted people to do was send me a card, like an index card, I think that's what I asked for, or maybe a tag. I think it was an index card. But people were so generous, and they sent papers and tags and cards and little journals and things like that, and I was just overwhelmed. And there was only a few of you on the channel back then, a couple hundred maybe. So I kept all that stuff, and I recognize all those names. I've used a lot of the stuff that came in those envelopes. I had a 100-day project where I made a journal that was nothing but using Happy Mail, and it was mostly from those birthday celebration envelopes. And the book came out to be like so thick after I was done. I've shown it to you before. But looking through all of those envelopes that I've kept, because I want to make something one day with the envelopes and cards and things like that that were sent. I still have some things that are left over that I haven't used because, there was so much. Well, the little trip down memory lane was sweet. I enjoyed it. Anyway, what I have in front of me is an envelope from a lady. She's passed away since, so that was a little sad. And I thought, well, I'm gonna keep out her envelope. So she sent a lot of little flowers and things, and I've used a lot of them, but there's still some in here. So that was where I've been this morning, a little trip down memory lane, and wondering, are you still out there? Are you still there? So I didn't find the paper I was looking for. So I'm gonna use just a little bit of watercolor and gesso, and maybe a couple things out of this envelope. We'll just do it in her memory. I'm gonna take my gesso, because I'm using an index card that's rather flimsy. I'm gonna put gesso down, and hopefully my watercolor will sit on top and dry. And I'm just gonna spread gesso all over this card. So I'm just gonna cover the whole card. I don't know if I'll use the whole card, but I wanna cover the whole card just in case. As soon as this dries, I'll come back and I'm gonna put a little bit of watercolor down. I just use a cheap kid set from Hobby Lobby, just a Crayola set. I like to use this set. The colors are just fine for me. I know that some of the more expensive ones are really vibrant colors, and one day I'll invest in that maybe, but I'm not a watercolorist, so I kind of feel like this is just perfect for me. All right, so let me dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, that's dry enough. I'm gonna switch out papers. This is just a regular white sheet of paper. It's drawing paper. It's real lightweight, and it's just to catch any watercolor. If it goes off the card, I want it to catch on the paper. I think I'm gonna use these flowers out of the package that she sent. It's just some die cut flowers that she made. Let's go with this color and this color maybe. I will be back in a second as soon as this is dry. Okay, I've been playing with the composition of these flowers, but before I put down any flowers, I want a black border around here. And so I thought I would go to the sewing machine and just stitch around the edge instead of drawing it in. So I'm gonna go do that. Then I'll be forced to fit my flowers inside the line rather than put my flowers down and trying to work around the flowers. All right, I've got my little stitch line, and I was gonna do a wavy line, but I thought, no, we've got enough wave with the flowers, so I left it as a straight line. And I didn't do double, because I just wanted it simple. I am going to switch out a flower though. I went through the flower bag again and I pulled out this flower, and I'm going to stick that in here and take out this one. There's a lot of pink in this one too, so I'm just going to take this one out. And I thought I would take these, and originally I came back from the sewing machine. I didn't turn the camera on, but I was like, maybe I should put these on the edge, and I was going to stitch around on the edge with the flower partly there and cut them, and then I thought, no, I want to keep it more simple, so I'm just gonna think what I want to do is just tuck these in here like this, and then one over here like that. And it kind of could be like leaves, but I think it just gives a little pop, and it just is cute. I like it that way. So all I'm gonna do is just glue these down. When I'm done with that, I will decide if I'm gonna go any further. I'm marking the tip of my petals just so I know where to put the flower back down. Okay, I'm gonna let the glue set for a second and I'll be right back. Okay, I am switching to a wet glue instead of a glue stick because the glue stick's not wanting to stick on this watercolor because it's sitting on top of gesso and probably it's not as dry as it should be. So basically what the glue is doing is interacting with the watercolor and then it's pulling up and it's making really cute ghost effects. I mean, I could pull this up and there'd be a flower sitting there and it'd be really pretty, but that's not what I'm going for, so we're not gonna do that. But I'm just letting you know I'm switching to a wet glue. I just put a little bit out on my plate and I'm gonna start gluing these flowers down. Okay, we're still drying, but I'm impatient, so I don't want to wait anymore. I want to add a sticker on here. I'm going to use the sticker You Make My Art Beautiful because this is predominantly from someone else and I was able to create this. I feel like it's very appropriate to put You Make My Art Beautiful because without these flowers that she sent me years ago, I wouldn't be using them to make this card. So I'm going to use that. But I'm also going to take some buttons. I got 3 different styles. There's 4 holes in these, but they're different. And then this one's got 2 holes. I'm going to put the 2 hole in the center and a 4 hole on each side. And I'm going to stitch those down into the center of the flower. And I'm just going to use a regular needle and thread. Okay, so my buttons are sewn on. I want to add my sticker. And then I just want to take my pencil and go around my little sticker a little bit. Okay, there we go. Card's done. So this card happened because this lovely lady sent me these flowers and I'm sorry that she passed away. I'm thankful that I got a chance to know her a little bit, not much, but a little bit. I'll talk to you later. Have a great whatever it is and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.